everyone, it's Magdalena, Wolf of Coins. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today I wanted to talk about a little bit about what's today, which is December 13th, and also about some musings on the solstice. That puddle over there, it's just leftovers from the candle that I was using. I bought a silicone form for a candle, and I made like a sample first. I tried it out, and I've been using this candle from time to time, and it just came to an end. But no matter. I made candles today. This one is old. The ones that I made are still intact because I thought it's a great opportunity because we have this Friday the 13th and it's still a full moon and it's Saint Lucy or Santa Lucia. So I thought it's a great opportunity for making beeswax candles. So I did that. I did a tarot spread that I designed last year, and if you're curious, it is like a winter solstice themed with a Slavic slant. So if you're curious and you haven't seen it last year, I will link it below so you can use it for yourself. And I have a new Instagram account devoted to my creations. So if you enjoy like seeing my art, you can check it out. And so Saint Lucy or Santa Lucia or other versions in other languages. In Polish, it's actually Łucja. Previously, before 1582, when the calendar got reformed, it was actually the winter solstice, and it was moved. The calendar moved, so now it's a different date. However, we still have like sayings surviving, even in Polish, that are proof for that for example, that from Saint Lucy the day starts to get longer. So obviously it was the solstice time, and many customs relating to it are actually related to the solstice, so they are then somehow repeated around Christmas and so on. It got a bit messy. So the name itself of the saint comes from lux, lucis, which is light. It means light, and it's like in Lucifer. The name means the light bringer. So she, in fact, this character, of course, there is like a whole martyrdom Christian story about her, but then all the customs related to her day are not necessarily Christian. They are obviously like from old times, definitely relating to winter solstice, and she basically brings the newborn son. If we think about the Swedish Lucy or Luce, am I saying this right? Well, Swedish version of Lucy, it's a girl with candles lit candles on her head, so she like literally brings the light, and it's very symbolic of the sun being reborn and the days starting to get longer again. And so as I said, these celebrations are a bit messed up these days. So as far as I know, Saint Lucy is celebrations. Saint Lucy's Day is most popular in Italy and Sweden, but also in other countries. As I said, also in Poland we have some sayings related to this day, and some, like for example, the night between December the 12th and the 13th is believed mostly in Western Poland to be like the night of the witches, and so on. So this character makes me actually think about goddess Dziewanna or Devana. So here's her portrait done by me, and her name actually is also related to the concept of light and brightness. It's this very old Indo-European root of Diev, which we have also in the words for gods like Deus or Zeus, Theos, also Lithuanian Dievas, who was a sky god. So and in words for day, in Polish it's dzień, for example. But yeah. I like to think that today Dziewanna's season as the Lightbringer starts, and more on that in my other video about Gromnica. I talk more about like her name and how I see her, like her two faces, more or less. So there is that video, and it culminates on Gromnica, exactly on February the 2nd, and this is the painting that I did for Gromnica, I think 2 years ago. However, originally the season was connected to the Mother of the Sun, Queen of Heavens, and so on. And the Mother for me, and well, sorry, I forgot to take the picture with me. The Mother for me would be Dziedzilela, who is the mother goddess, the matron goddess of family and love. And like we also in old chronicles we have those records that Slavic people on around winter solstice, they laid the table for the Queen of Heavens, and they called her Holda. So it's like it was the person who wrote the chronicle was not a Slavic person themselves. So he used various names from other cultures he knew in that document. So this is actually a Germanic name, and Frau Holle or Holda is related to Scandinavian Hel. So she was definitely related to winter solstice. And yeah, it's a bit messed up because it's not too easy to put all those like deities into clear frames, because the borders tend to get blurred, and Hel is like more of a darker goddess. Well, of course, in the Scandinavian tradition, she's Hel. Like Hell, the underground, is her world. But then there's still this connection with the dead that I will talk about real soon. So anyway, Dziedzilela is related to Venus, to the star, and she is a heavenly goddess, And there's also, you can check out the video I made about Polish Christmas and its pagan roots. I will link it too. I talk more about the importance of the star in the Christmas traditions. So yeah, anyway, I like to connect what we have today with old motifs, like to feel them better. So so that it's possible that in the most ancient times it was the reindeer that brought the sun with them. So you know, I also talk more about reindeer and deer in general in another video. But yeah, reindeer, we still have them in the solstice traditions, which is pretty amazing. And to just close that thread there, so because we have those traditions messed up right now, I'm still like feeling my way around it, but I like to think that Dziewanna today, like she might be related to Lucy, and she could be like a herald. She could be heralding the coming of the sun. But then again, as I said, she's not a mother goddess. She's this more virgin type. So, as I said, blurry frames for the deities. So yeah, I actually I created an artwork for this occasion this year, and I called this winter goddess Jelena, which is she deer. You might translate it. And so, there's my picture. Here's my picture. Will you be able to see it properly? Maybe I should change the angle. So while I was changing the angle, I accidentally turned my camera off, so I had to I have to re-record the last part now, and I'm just holding the camera in my hand now, so sorry for any shakiness, but this is my new artwork. And I even wrote like a whole mythological tale for this one, and I will try to just tell you this story in short, because I wrote it in Polish and it's pretty and whatnot, but yeah, it's like 4 pages or more, so I won't be translating this into English anytime soon. But yeah, so it is a story of the nativity of the sun, and it's like at the end of autumn, the sun felt like that it's getting very weak, and it was losing its power more and more, and it saw like a steed of reindeer on a plain in heaven, and there was this one female deer, and she had a star between her antlers, and the sun knew this star because it would accompany its rising or setting. So it finally turned into like a kind of like a little golden nugget, and it fell on the pasture before her, and she just ate it together with the heavenly blue grass. And then it got very dark in the world, and people downstairs didn't know what was going on. The reindeer did not know what was going on, she felt this warmth in her belly, and she understood what's going on. So she said, we have to go down to earth. There is this tree. There is an island in the middle of the world, and a tree grows in the center of it, and we have to go there. So then the reindeer were like, okay, but how do we go down? And she said, we go through the Milky Way. And while they were going through the Milky Way, some birds appeared and started following them. And then they realized there are like little those little birds are really souls that want to be born. So they went down. There were some complications on the way, but in the end they made it. During the complications, one of her friends from the steed had to turn human to help carry her so that they will be on time, and he put her into the sleighs. So I have him here actually. Sorry, this is my NaNoWriMo prompt. I just use it to cover another picture so it doesn't get stained. But yeah, I just finished this one today, so this is like my solstice card, and this is him. I called him Mróz. So frost, and frost, Moroz, Mróz is known from Slavic tradition as a spirit of winter, probably related to Veles or Nia, the god of the dead. But yeah, there are the reindeer pulling the sleigh, and there's this little yet unborn sun, but it's bright, and there are the antlers, and there's the tree. So so this is my story. I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, if you have any of your musings, please let me know in the comments below, and have a lovely holiday season. And here are my candles. There's my mother goddess, of course it's Mother Mary form, but I love how she has this star mark on her halo. And there is her tree, and these two little angels can be the little birdie souls. So yeah. So just one last thing, I said it in the previous recording, but forgot, of course, now, about my musings. So the goddess who gives birth, brings back the sun, she's like this way herself for us little birdies to be reborn. And it doesn't have to be like, like real incarnation level. It can be this transformation in our lives, starting a new chapter, a new year. She can help us get reborn, just like this cute little sun here.